Okay. Yeah, hi folks. Yes, it's a spirit journey coming back on. I'm coming back on as a regular video. I was just on live, so interference that was put on it. So I said, okay, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to fight it. So when I mentioned the word Princess Diana, and that she was victimized, all of a sudden I had this interference. See that? That's what it looked like. It looked like, because I was talking about the late Princess Diana, that my ability to go live got hindered. And I tried to come back on, and it didn't help. It wouldn't come back on. So I'm going to complete the video offline and then load it up. Okay, so I was talking about, for those who are just coming on now, when I load this up, I'm talking about the sex trafficking that's occurring globally, and how I was watching this video today. The woman is from Brussels, Belgium, in Europe, and she got forced into the sex trade industry by her own mother. And the people in the sex trafficking of these children are aristocracy, high officials in government. And she was telling her account on the things that happened to her. So I started noticing the correlation, seeing patterns of the abuse of these Europeans, and then the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, and I'm thinking that they're related somehow, and how I'm viewing that even though what happened in transatlantic slave trade is an evil, I used to just think it was just something that only black people were victims. But I'm learning that not just Africans, but white people also. And it's global, and I'm thinking that those people, they say like only 2% of I mentioned this earlier, that only 2% of the white population in the United States had slaves. But just imagine, 2% of the population, that's the ruling class. But don't you think Europe has its ruling class? And you don't think that they benefited from the slave trade? They had slaves brought to Europe. Yeah. So where did all these Europeans learn about this psychopathic behavior? Traumatization. Well, they had 400 years to experiment on black people, right? The sex trauma, the who's better, this intimidation. And what was discovered through this woman that from Belgium is that her abuses were actually frightening. These are grown men, but they act like frightened children with severe insecurity problems. And they hide behind the traumatization of children to feel powerful. Okay? I also think that these people, this 2%, is what rules the planet today. And remember the movie They Live? It's a B movie from the 1980s that talked about the system and who really controls the world. And it made them, these people, look like skeleton faces. Yeah. It used to be on YouTube. I can't find the whole movie on YouTube any longer, but it shows clips though of the movie. That you can see. So you know what I'm talking about. And they hide in plain sight, these 2%. So either way, but just before I got cut off when I was doing my live stream a moment ago, I talked about Princess Diana, who died in that car accident 20 plus years ago. She died in 1997, I think in August, the last day of August. And when you read her biography, you learn about what they call grooming schools. The aristocracies of Europe, at least the girls, are sent to what's called grooming schools. And what do they call in Europe, in the sex trade industry? That the women are being groomed. Okay? See, hear that? Same. So these European women are being groomed for something. You may say, oh no, they're just being groomed how to be a lady, you know, how to hold your dinner fork and things like that. Yeah, they could be learning that too. But they're probably learning that because of the guys who may be engaging in sexual activity with these young women. They're there to keep their place, right? These young ladies to keep their place. And you notice also they're not allowed to have tattoos. They're not allowed to have any marks on their skin. That's another thing about the aristocracy. Yeah. Yeah, because see, with these traumatizations, they want to be the one that puts the mark on you. A mental mark. Okay? They want to inflict a mental scar on you, a mental tattoo against you. Yeah, they want to have a mental scar put on you. So, these aristocracy women go through their grooming, social grooming, okay? So you can just imagine what's really going on. So that was the first correlation. Like I said, oh wow, Princess Diana. And she had to go to a grooming school. And since her death, people were speaking out about the trouble she had. Emotional problems. So I'm wondering whether the problem she had was something really deep. Okay? And let's see what else. I have my notes written here. Okay. Next thing I have here that I want to discuss, like, again, I was mentioning about Europe and how the aristocracy, according to this woman, was behind her traumatization. So I'm saying, you know, we watch the things about the super rich and the European royalty. And look at recently, Prince Andrew of Britain, who's involved in a scandal, a major sex trafficking scandal. Well, again, trying to connect the dots, the woman that I was talking about from Europe, who was forced into sex trade trafficking at the age of 6, she mentioned these were European people. Trafficking children. This was in the 1960s. Well, it's 2020 now. So nothing has changed. This is nothing new, people. This is nothing new about the sex trade. They make it seem like it's something new within the past 5 years. But no. This woman I mentioned, this all happened to her in the 1960s. And then they decided, her abuser decided to let her go, but warned her and advised her how she is to live her life. And probably that's what happened to him. You know, people usually do what was done upon them, you know? I think I might just stay at the bench. I won't go far. Yeah, it's very hot today. So, oops. So there's a correlation and something that's still perpetuating itself. The trafficking of Europe, that's happening in Europe, and the sex trafficking that's happening in the U.S. And how the children are being pimped out to powerful people in government, etc. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, see, same. And maybe these different groups are trying to blackmail each other, okay? They're blackmailing each other, I think, trying to outdo the other country. They're really sick. So, ladies, and I guess gentlemen also, be aware if some of these people approach you and say, oh, you know, I'm aristocracy, whatever. Be very careful, because they could be trying to traffic you into the industry. Wow, that's a big bird. Look at that bird. That is huge. That is a huge one. Okay.
Sorry, love.
Okay. That was a huge bird. That was a huge bird, boy. I'm gonna go right here. Stay. Okay, let me just get my dog situated. Yeah. Let me just get you out. Stay. Okay. Let me get Lavy boy. This is just take me a few moments. Brother, look at this. Lavy, let me just get you out. Let me just fix this. Let me fix this, Lavy. Let me fix this. Wait a minute. Succulent ladies who claim to have led someone in aristocracy. I mean, not to say that just because someone isn't from aristocracy doesn't mean that they are perverts. I want to give them that credit, but just be aware that some people want to find out about other people to get information on them to find out how they can exploit it. I'm sorry. I forgot I had pulled out my earplug. I was just, other people I was just saying. Yeah, I was talking about the aristocracy and you ladies, and I guess guys too. Just because someone, be cautious of people who are from that demographics, because they could be trying to lure you in to become a victim. I met one lady. Again, I don't know whether this lady was telling this truth. She's one. I don't know, because just certain things. You know. Sometimes people want to claim. They want to claim certain things, and it may not be what they say. But either way, she had told me that she's dating some guy, and the guy is aristocracy. He's a duke, and she's like bragging about him being a duke from Europe. Yes. You get enough water? Okay, let me. Yeah, she's barking already. Let me give her this little treat. Something that has calories. I forgot I had it when she was in the hospital. I mean, when she was sick, post-surgery. They gave this like a gel, a type of gel that has a lot of calories, because after surgery they don't want to eat, but they need to get keep their calories up. And give some to the little boy. Oh, I know what happened. Oh, the recording stopped. Oh wow, it went out. Oh well, the camera stopped recording. I don't know why. I deleted everything and put some new stuff on. I mean, I deleted everything so it could record. That's not good. Sure, that's not good. Okay, the camera had just stopped, so I had to press it again. Sure, it's not recording now. I'm just trying to fix this. Okay, now the red. Oh, it's not doing it now. Something's wrong. That's not good. This thing needs to continue recording. Okay, I don't know what's going on. No, you, Lilac, you stop that. Yeah, she's gonna just try to control me. So either way, I met a girl. This was in 1987. She was she was born in the West Indies, and she told me that she was dating a duke. And she was like bragging about it. Well, what happened? He beat her up. Yeah. He beat her up, and she had this. She had to go to school with large glasses, sunglasses on, so you don't see her black eye. Yeah. Come here. Why are you barking right now? Why are you barking? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you want me to scratch your little head? Don't do that. Oops. Get this call. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. When you're a mommy to little four-legged friends, you know, you have to tend to their needs. Okay. Yeah. So this Duke beat her up so severely. Isn't that awful? Yes. What? What do you want? What do you want? I gave you water. You want to go here? Oh, that's too tight over there. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Lilac, I know it's hot, but we're in the shade right now, okay? We're in the shade. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so she got beaten up by a duke. So sometimes these girls, even these West Indian girls, they think because they're going out with a white fellow. She was born in the Curacao. Her mother's from the Dominican Republic, and the father was a white guy from Holland. And so they're into colorism, and many of them think that they're somebody because they're dating a white fellow, and they'll date any white fellow to have light-skinned children. She was a light-skinned girl herself. But that's a trend that happens in the West Indies, unfortunate, because of its history of slavery. Okay, I'll put you down. Oops. Okay. Sorry again. Yeah, this dog, she's just barking. I think it's the heat. It's the heat, but we're in the shade, and she has the water, and I just fed them. The routine is I feed them, I feed myself, and then we go. That's her. So be wary, and don't, because see, they don't see you as their equal, and that's another mistake that some people in the West Indies feel, that if you engaging in activities with them, that they consider you their equal. They know you're not their equal, and they don't see you as an equal. And you bet that they beat her up. Yeah, I personally didn't see her black eye, but she did call me, and the school teacher told me about her. Yeah. Yeah, she had called me because a student had passed away, so she was just letting me know. That's why she called. And I think I called up the teacher, and the teacher mentioned something about her, her condition. So be wary, ladies, of these men saying nice things. You know also, I mean, I cannot say that she definitively was involved, but Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell was linked with Jeffrey Epstein, and she did do an interview about it. And she was, I mean, she's the one that gave the birthday party, and the photo of her with Virginia, I forgot her last name, the accuser. Yeah, she was right there. So it's just too close for comfort. These women, black women, West Indian women, West Indian women living in Europe, that they may be used to lure girls into modeling, lure them into all sorted things. And they used her also, Naomi Campbell, for blood diamonds. They had her carry blood diamonds from one country to another. She claimed she didn't know what was going on, which could be true, which could be absolutely true. They used her naivety. But people are being used. Lila, you stop that. You stop that. You stop that. There's no reason for you to go like that. Let me hold. Maybe she wants to go more. I have to keep a hold of the leash. You want to walk further around? Okay. So what's the other thing I wanted to talk about? Yeah, this part of this video is kind of personal, but I think it's very important for your deliverance of trauma, to get yourself help. Now, I mentioned many times in my videos that I was molested as a child by 2 family members. And one day I was in college. I just started college, and I just started this job. Well, I started the job first, and then a month later, college. But early on in this new life, this college and employment life, when I was depressed. One day I had to go to the bathroom, and then in the bathroom I started to cry for no reason at all. I said, why am I crying? I don't know why I'm crying. So I thought, okay, I need to talk to somebody. I couldn't talk to my folks. I tried to talk to my mother, and she just walked away from me. She cannot handle uncomfortable subjects. So I went to a therapist, and my routine was pretty stable. You know, I just went to school, went home. And also, I remember my father saying, "Oh, we want to know your schedule, your school schedule. We want to know where you are," and things like that. We want to know. I mean, not that they didn't want to know where I was. They didn't say that. I meant to say, well, we just wanted your schedule. We want to know. You know, they want to know my business. They said it was about control. They want to know my whereabouts. Like, I don't understand why you're doing that. Oh, you want the popcorn? You're not going to get that popcorn. You cut it out. I think it's the popcorn she sees. I have a bag of popcorn. You're not going to get that. No. No, 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 no. 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 Sorry. So get back here. Get back here. You go stay back here with the other guys. Yeah. So, sit down. Good girl, Lily. So, what was I saying? Oh, so, I had gotten a phone call, like I had, back in those days they had the yellow pages, and I just went to the yellow pages and got a number from a therapist, And then they called me. They were like the screening, you know, they refer people to the therapist. And so she sounded very official when she called. And back then we didn't have cell phones. You stop that. We didn't have cell phones back then. And so my parents wondered who this woman was. It's obviously not a friend. So I said, oh, it's the school. They just had to ask me something. But they know something was up. And then I got the call from the therapist to make an appointment, you know, to get there. And so they want to know who this person is. And I remember my mother asking. And my mother was very frantic, like panicky. Who's this person was? So I finally told her. I said, it's a therapist. And she went ballistic and started saying, why are you seeing a therapist? I said, I need someone to talk to. What do you want to talk about? My mother can scream real loud if she wants to, you know? Yeah, she got a big mouth when she wants to. So someone needs to call their dog. It's a big dog. Sorry, it's a big dog. Lavin, please call your dog. Miss. Miss, is that your dog? Is that your dog? Please call your, because I have little dogs here. Yeah. See that? See it? I'm sure it's a nice dog, but it should be on a leash. I love dogs. I have 3, but you put your dog on a leash. See, my little boy gets excited and, you know. Okay. So I tried to tell my mom I needed someone to talk to, and she just went hysterical. They didn't like that. And so why I share this is because, see, families that have abuse, whether it's sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, they want to keep the secret. So my mother is partly responsible because I told her before, when I was a little girl, I said, Mom, please stop that. I said, Mom, please take me with you when you go shopping. I don't like to be left alone with my father because he keeps touching me. You know what she said? She smiles and says, oh, you're just sensitive. And smiles and then moves on. I kid you not. So she knew something was up because I told her. She could have at least, because I was so sensitive, to take me with her. But see, people, when it comes to child sex abuse or physical abuse, oftentimes they're compliant and they enable the abuser because they can't deal with certain things, and so they make you a victim. So it is something you have to be cautious about. Again, now this is almost this is like 40 years later. People have cell phones now, and if you're being abused by somebody, try to get help for yourself. And yes, you have to possibly lie about where you're going. Okay, they're not going to like it, men or women. They want to keep the secret, and they will try to intimidate you. That's what happened. So I did see somebody, and they tried to make me feel that I was to be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of going to see a therapist. If your folks won't listen to you, you go to someone professional who will listen to you. So I'm sharing this because this is how many secrets stay secrets. They don't want you to talk to anybody. No, 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 you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. No. Stop that. You stop that. Stop it. You stop that and you behave yourself. Good girl, good girl. Okay? So get help for yourself. Get services. The more people know, the more accountability there is when arrest time comes and when you need to sue someone. Yeah. Keep a mental note. Yeah, when things like that happen, they're going to snoop in your room. And that's what was going on, I found out. Yeah. So that's also why I don't like writing things down, because I found that he was going through my room. Yeah, they want to find out who I'm talking to, diary, because I used to keep a little diary. Yeah, so be careful. If you do keep a diary, hide it. Or you can have like 2 diaries, one for just junk, when you want them to know, and another one with the real information. Hide it in a place that they cannot find. Be really creative. I'm not going to even give suggestions, but most people put it underneath their bed, a pillow. You find a creative place and don't tell anybody about it. And the reason for this diary is to document names, places, times, people who are involved. You want to keep that too as a backup, because years later you might forget. And also it adds credibility to your story because you have it all written down. Someone's not going to just write up details of things and it not be true. That's what would be thought. Yeah, so keep a diary if you can, but keep it in a very special location and don't tell anybody about it. Maybe even have more than one location, especially now with social media, phones. People tap into people's phones too. Yeah, you be clever if you can. Document. That's the main thing. Document. So that will help you, I think, when it comes time to go into the authorities. Because these authorities want to know names and places, and keep DNA. Like, let's say, I hate to say these things, but it might just save you. It might help you in court. If you get raped, and you had an underwear, panty, don't wash the panty, because the DNA / sperm and the other person's substance, biology will be on that panty too. Okay, you keep that in a safe place. Wrap it up in some type, like a plastic, something that no one, to keep it from getting other people's DNA on it, like a plastic wrap or something like that, plastic bag, and keep it in a private, a secret place. So you have the person's DNA linking you to that other person. Okay. So that's basically what I have to say about that. Yeah, and it's also to let you know that at least you tried. That you did what you could do for yourself as a young person or an adult. You did your best. You did what you could do under the circumstances. Also, they use money. My folks use money to hold me back. So I couldn't afford to get my own place. I had a part-time job, and back then, people didn't really get paid a lot of money. And again, I was in college. It paid well, considering it was a union job, but it was part-time. So So my job was equivalent to a full-time worker, but I'm a part-timer. So those are suggestions I can give you to help protect yourself if you fall into being violated. Yeah, document everything. Try to keep a mental note about people and use your instincts. Use your instincts to protect yourself. Whatever you feel could save you, you do it. I mean, because no one can tell you exactly what to do, but play it smart. Document. I can't stop talking about documenting locations. Where a particular event did it happen in this someone's home or in a business? Everything that you can remember. Keep a mental note about everything that goes on and document if you can, and hide it in a secret place where no one knows about it. Okay? Let me see what else I have to say. Yeah, I also want to talk about the social system is changing. At least they want you to think that it's changing. I notice now the social media is utilizing the black male with the white female a lot now. It's almost like the black male is being used as an accessory to the white female. That's what it seems like to me, in my opinion. It's a fashion statement. But either way, you should go out with who loves you. You love them, they love you. Regardless of race, you should be happy. You know, if that person makes you happy, then you stay with them. But just be aware of what some people may be doing without you being aware, and that could be just using you as an accessory. But either way, now I saw a thumbnail of a video on YouTube, and this was really interesting. You stop that. This was a picture of Snoop Dogg, the rap singer, and he was in a photo with Martha Stewart. She had a program about home engineering, how to have a home that's really like how to do things in the home, to beautify your home, to organize your home. Well, the two were in a hugging, like she was up front and then he's in the back hugging her from behind, and they have like this defiant look. They weren't looking at each other, but it was like, yeah, we're in the know. And I thought it was interesting. See, why I mention about this story, see, it's about paradigm shift, about the relationships between whites and blacks. So now they want to show that it's acceptable, because Martha Stewart, she came in the 1990s, I believe. They would not have any black dude, especially a gangster rapper like Snoop Dogg in his day, hugging a conservative white female. I see now they're doing it to shock you, to introduce a paradigm shift. And they do these major paradigm shifts because they're going to implement something major. And so when they introduce a shock, a social system, something that's out of the usual of the social norms, someone of these two people's extreme differences, they're utilizing it now. Okay? But the thoughts that I had about Snoop Dogg, people, you stop that. People like Snoop Dogg. See, I thought grown up, like when I was in junior high school in the 1970s, that rap stars, people of that genre, or the bad boys, stop that. I thought I thought they would really like that, the behavior, because they're deprived and poor, and poor me, I'm a poor black child. Well, just look at where they live. Look at where these poor black child live. They live in spectacular homes. These people are multi-millionaires. These aren't victims. Lila, stop that. Stop that. These people live in multi-millionaire homes. And when they showed in a video, you see this guy, Lavin? Let's stop that. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. Sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah, so they want you to think the poor black guy live in the ghetto. No, these people are not living in any ghetto. These people live in plush, upscale neighborhoods, but they play the part of the poor black man living in the ghetto. My mouth dropped. Yes, it did. I said, that guy lives in a mansion? And they have other people, other rap stars, and this one, a new one. Of all the videos that I saw about the homes of these rap stars, was the most opulent that I've ever seen. And they've only been around for about 2 years. No more than 4 years. I learned of them in 2017. 2017, and it's 2020 now. Stop that. Yeah, so no more than 5 years this person has been in the industry, okay? But look what she has. What part does she play? She plays the girl from the ghetto, potty mouth, and singing music that's just as reprobate. Yep. See, this is the social brainwashing to make black people think poor, to think that they're oppressed. These people are making money, and they're being rewarded to carry on that way, to perpetuate and make you feel helpless, to make you feel like a helpless black person. Yeah, these people are highly intelligent, and they're being rewarded to play the bad guy, the bad black person. This is worse than a coon, in my opinion. This is, I feel, betrayal to the black community, a real betrayal. And people watch their videos, buy their music, and they're getting fatter and fatter in wealth at your expense, because they're perpetuating the victimization of the black community. Okay, so shame on those people. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about, it's linking together the victimization mentality that's being perpetuated with these rap stars, and they're living in opulence. They're being rewarded. I'll give you a homework assignment for those of you who got this far in the video. Go to your next retail, if you live in the New York tri-state area, especially in New York City, go to one of those popular retail stores, and you're going to see how they treat each other, the black people, the people of the African diaspora. So they could be American blacks, they could be blacks from the English-speaking and Spanish-speaking West Indies / Caribbean. Both of these demographics, they act the same. They could speak different languages, but it's the same history. Watch how they treat each other. They start to fight each other. They act like they're acting out. I had done retail in New York City many years ago, and I don't feel safe going in the job market now. I stopped trying years ago. I had gotten assaulted at a job, and they covered for the person. So these things are trapped. So the reason why I mentioned that is because, see, the victimization, and they want you to fear one another. And again, it's like being on a plantation, and who is going to get what? And there's jealousies between the slave. Well, this is modern day slavery, and you get paid minimum wage, and you got a lot of kids, okay, and you're trying to survive. So what happens? You compete against each other, and you start to hate each other, and the girls in particular fight, fist fight. Yeah, it has a high turnover. Just go and watch. I'm not going to give the name of the place that I work, but the only thing I can say is that it's downtown. It's a very popular place. They sell, it's a retail place. They sell clothes and shoes, okay? And it's near the World Trade Center. And just watch them. Go to any of these places. It's a horrible experience. So it's like plantation life, but in a department store, and you see the slaves / retail clerks victimizing each other, being jealous, wanting any crumb they can get. Okay, it's fear-based. So this is a legacy of slavery, of the I don't have or the lack mentality. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, she's trying to get the popcorn. I fed you. I fed you. You know, you're not going to get that popcorn. Yeah, so you have to pay attention. Pay attention to what's happening. Stop the victimization. Stop feeling like a victim. Yes, things happen, but see, you're being manipulated. That is my point. People are being manipulated, and people aren't who you think they are. Yet people in media who play their role and are rewarded to play their part, they're not on welfare. These people live in mansions, yeah? They want you to buy their music, and they want you to stay in poverty. But then, yet, they're doing cameos with these ultra-conservative white people, and to make it look, you know, that's what they work. That's what they're really relying you to notice. Oh, look at black and white. Oh, look at taboo, right? They're playing games. They're playing mind games. Yeah. So don't believe all the hype. Protect yourself. Tell each other of your experiences. You know, you have to warn each other. You have to protect each other, because that's how these criminal minds perpetuate, by getting you guys to fight each other, and they get off scot-free. Okay, let's expose them, and let's just say no to this madness. Okay. So this is Spirit Journey, signing off. Take care, guys, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.